Hello our tribe, let's make some strawberry sunflower holographic dominoes. Now all of these little inserts, I have them on my Amazon storefront, and I'm going to be listing and naming a lot of things in this video. Everything is going to be in the description of this video, so make sure you go ahead and click that. Now I have some little clay cutouts of strawberries, 3D strawberries, little bees, little leaves, sunflowers, and I thought these little flax seeds or chia seeds would be so cute. They remind me of like the seeds in the strawberries, so I decided to add some of that too. Now this mold is so stinking cute. It's holographic. Now I'm not a scientist, I don't know how it works, but your dominoes will be holographic and they're so cute. All right, so I am going to be using the Moss Epoxies flag system, right? So the flag resin and the medium Hardner, they're sold separately on the website, and I have a discount code for you guys where you guys can save at checkout and get free shipping. So save that money on resin because we all know resin is very expensive. Now, if you're not ready to commit to the bigger bottles, those little bottles I'll show you guys are the same formula as the flag and the medium. It's just in a smaller bottle. It's the AnniesArt Studio crafting resin. It's again the same thing, and it's just a smaller amount, so you can test out the flag and medium before you get the bigger bottles, and it has my cute little face on it. So what you saw me here do is let the resin sit a little bit. After I mixed it up, the bubbles came to the top, and in that little bottle is isopropyl alcohol 91%. Pops all the the bubbles. Now, what I'm doing here is something I just recently started doing. I learned this online from some of you guys, where you spray just a little bit of that same isopropyl alcohol in your mold before you put the resin in. Now, it's important not to put way too much because it'll kind of create like dimples, but I put the isopropyl alcohol spray kind of on 2 rows at a time and then add the resin. It helps so much with the bubbles, and especially in the corners around the dots, right? So after I do that, after I pour the resin, I go ahead and take a little toothpick or a little stick or something like that, and whatever bubbles there are there, just gently kind of move them away from the walls of the resin, from the corners of the mold, and kind of have them rise up a little bit, right? After that, I do the same exact thing. I let the resin sit a little bit and then I go ahead and spray. Now, what am I doing here? This is something new that I did. This is what I actually made this whole video for. So when I insert these little inserts in my dominoes, most of them are 3D, some of them have a lot of details, a lot of bubbles will be held under them. So what I did this time to test it out, and it totally worked, was I put some of that isopropyl alcohol, 91%, in a little cup, and I dipped my insert in the alcohol and then put it in the resin. I got 0 bubbles. Now, I didn't do them for the little glittery clay cutouts, the little strawberry ones, because that's just ridiculous. It would be too much. But for the bees, the leaves, the strawberries, the bigger ones, I did that, and oh my god, it was so much fun. It was so good. They slid right into the resin, no bubbles whatsoever. Now here I added a little bit of those chia seeds. I think they're really cute. What else did I do? Yeah, so that's that for now. I added that. Now this next part is really important. In other dominoes that you see, sometimes I use sand. You're gonna have some loose kind of sand, or the flax seeds or the chia seeds in this instance. What you wanna do is you wanna grab that mold very gently, kind of turn it over in one piece. You don't want the mold to like bend. You don't wanna grab it from the sides, none of that. And kind of, you know, dust off and let those little extra parts kind of fall out of the mold. Do it over a trash can, make your life easier. But if you do it on the table, you can use a some kind of tape to just like pick it up. So now I made my life way harder than I needed to. Now everything I put in the mold so far is kind of like halfway up into the mold. Now the second half I split it in two. I put a transparent kind of blue with all this glitter on top of the design that I have already now, but it has to be a quarter of the thickness of whatever the depth of the domino is, because then after that I put a backing on it. Now it's hard. It's hard, I'm not gonna lie. I've just done this so much that I know how to do this easily. If you don't want to do a double layer in the back, you could just basically make more resin, obviously, make the background or the blue that I have in here opaque, so that when you pour it, you can see all the little inserts and stuff, because you know you don't want people to memorize the dominoes. I get yelled at all the time when I put glitter backgrounds because you can kind of tell because I can't really control where the glitter sits and stuff. Anyway, so I did that. Now I'm doing a white background. Now you can use the paint that I showed you, or you can use the Moss Epoxy's lacing pigment. It's incredible. The pigment is super, super strong. You don't need a lot, and it makes that background resin that you're going to put on so strong. Now again, you keep seeing me using this little bottle every single time. It is the isopropyl alcohol, 91%. Let my resin sit a little bit, and then then it just pops the bubbles. Alrighty, so let us dot the dominoes. Now this little bottle, again, it's on my Amazon storefront. If you go on, you want to look at the folder called Domino Making Essentials. You'll find the isopropyl alcohol, you'll find these bottles, you'll find the hollow mold, different other molds, and everything I use in my domino process, right? So these paints that I'm using right here are the AnniesArt ready to pour paints. I love them so much because they're liquidy enough that I don't actually have to add any water for the paint to flow out of these little tips, right? Like, look how beautiful that kind of just like comes out, right? So here's a little thing with these hollow dominoes. You don't want to wipe the face of the dominoes kind of the way I usually do, and you'll see that later. I'm going to explain it. So while you're kind of dotting your dots, I always used to tell you guys in other videos, just, you know, color the dots in, let the paint dry, and then you can clean it up later. When you're using the hollow mold and you get your dominoes out that have the hollow face now, you want to be kind of careful while you're dotting so you have the most minimal cleanup for the dotting. Because I've found in the past that when you super wipe the top, like if you wipe the whole top, it kind of does dull the hollow, and I don't want to do that. So here you're seeing that I'm dotting, you know, the white dots. I decided to make the line yellow. I think it's super cute. And I'm going to show you how I would have. So this is how I would have done it. I would have sprayed the paper towel with isopropyl alcohol, and I kind of would have wiped the whole face, right? But instead what I'm doing is I got a cup again, and I added the isopropyl alcohol. I got some Q-tips, and I'm just going to gently kind of clean around the dots that just have a little outline. Now, what I found works best is kind of have the tip of the Q-tip over the dot and just try to get that little edge on the top, right? That was me just showing it up close. I do find when you have all your dominoes set like this on a silicone mat, it makes your life so much easier. Your hand doesn't get as tired, and they don't slip around because it's on a silicone mat. But that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you learned. I hope you enjoyed. As always, if you haven't subscribed or pressed that little button, go ahead and leave your questions in the comments. As always, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and thank you so much always for the support. Happy creating, our tribe!